but me. Say everybody. Okay.
KCMO, born and raised if you ain't get the memo. Slipping in my city is a NO. We put down the demo.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Bossy, and today I'm here with story time video. Now y'all, I have not done a story time video probably in about, was it maybe, I don't know, 8 months? I don't know. It's been a long time because, like I say, I don't have a bunch of stories to tell. I'm done talking about the Bobster. And I mean, I was like, they've been asking for story times, and when I went live a couple weeks ago, I was like, I'm gonna do a story time. So this story happened maybe about, it happened with my oldest daughter. She's now 13. She'll be 14 in a month or two. This happened maybe when she was about 8 or 9, maybe 9. So anyway, we were going to Price Chopper because I need to do some grocery shopping or whatever. And you know, I pull into the parking lot and there's already a car on the right side of me, and then of course there's no car on the other side of me. And yeah, I could have parked where, you know, there wasn't another car, so it'd be an empty space in between. But I was like, why do I have to do all that? I just parked next to the car that I parked to. So anyway, I get out of the car or whatever, and I just had my oldest daughter with me. I can't remember where the rest of the kids were, but anyway, it was just my oldest daughter, Avion, and I. And so she's sitting in the back seat, of course, and she gets out, and I'm almost all the way around the car to walk, you know, into the store. And my daughter opens the door, and I don't hear anything, but I guess when she opened the door, you know how sometimes, and I didn't park close, I was in my white lines, in them, not on them, but in them. And so she opened the door, and I guess she might have opened it too wide because the person that parked next to us was parked too close. And so, which I didn't realize when I had pulled in, that how close they were. But anyway, my daughter opened the door, and I guess when she opened the door, she kind of hit the other car. It wasn't a bad hit, but of course my door touched the other car. So, and mind you, I don't even see the person in the car. But my daughter gets out, and I'm like, Avion, watch what you're doing. Next thing you know, this elderly Caucasian woman opens her door. She jumps out of her car, and you know, my daughter is still in between both cars because she's kind of like, oh shoot, I hit this woman's car with the door. And she hadn't even shut my door all the way. This lady gets out of her car. My daughter's hand is still on the door, pushes my daughter's hand to shut my door the remaining way, then proceeds to bend her wrinkly old self in front of my child. Yes, I was mad, so I'm going to express the feelings that I had when this happened. So I'm sorry if I hurt people's feelings for saying what I'm saying. But she bent over into my daughter's face, and she pointed in my daughter's face to where her finger was about to touch my child's forehead, and she said, "You need to watch what you are doing, and don't you ever hit my car again." So my daughter, you know, for one, she respects her elders. For two, she is a young child, and she did not do it on purpose. It was an accident. So my daughter, you know, she heard me say, "I'm sorry." She looks scared, like she's about to cry. Now, me being me, and I have worked on myself, I hurried up and pushed my daughter out the way and jumped in front of that old lady, and I said, let me tell you something. Don't you ever put your hands in my child's face. I don't know you. You don't know us. Do not put your hand in my child's face. And she said, well, you need to make sure your child doesn't go around hitting people's cars. I said, first of all, it was an accident. Secondly, you are parked on top of this line right here. So you need to make sure you learn how to park better. And I hurried up and grabbed my daughter and walked away into the store. Now, I don't know how long that old lady stayed outside or whatever. But of course, I didn't know if she had just got there or if she was leaving or not. But you know, I go into a Price Chopper with my child. I got an attitude at this time. I'm up here huffing and puffing and cussing under my breath because that lady made me so mad. I wanted to hit that lady. And I respect my elders. But the way that she spoke to my child and was pointing her finger in my child's face, I was about to lay down that grandma. But I had to restrain because 1, my daughter was there. 2, that's an older lady. 3, I'm not trying to go to jail for some type of racism or some type of all kind of other stuff because this woman got a little too close. But I pulled my daughter away, went into the store. While we in there shopping or whatever, we go down. I think it was the cereal aisle. She happens to be in there, I guess, standing in front of where the oatmeal is. And she's just looking me up and down. Honey, when I tell you I wanted to go over there and run that old lady down with my cart, y'all don't understand how bad I wanted to. And my daughter just kept saying, Mama, let's just go in another aisle. And I'm like, no, I'm getting this box of cereal. I'm gonna get this box of cereal. And yes, I was being childish and I was being petty. Y'all can come for me if y'all want. The whole time I was in the aisle, you know, I'm just talking to myself loudly because she's still in the aisle looking for whatever type of oatmeal she's trying to get. I said, bet nobody ever put their hands in my child's face again, or it's gonna be some repercussions. She hurried along and walked out with her basket from the aisle we were in and went elsewhere. But yeah, that was the time that I lost my cool and wanted to fight an old lady. I don't know, I wasn't having a bad day, but do y'all think I'm wrong? And y'all probably do think I'm wrong, but y'all should have seen her. My daughter looked so scared, and it was an accident, and it wasn't my fault that you parked over or on top. She was more over on top of the white line. You know the lines you have to park in? Yes, that's not my fault. And maybe I should have came around and opened the door for my child, but my child was 9 years old. She knows how to open a door. Yes, she hit your car, but hey, my bad, Granny. So that was the time that happened. I will try to see if I can think of any other small, short story times that I can think of and doing for y'all every now and then, if I can. But don't cross your fingers because, who knows. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I will see y'all in my next one. Bye, loves.